You should reset it.
Yeah. Okay. I was drawn into it, I would say that. The only critique that I would say to you is that you have to be very careful, and I learned this from David.
Okay.
I learned this from his book because his book was a lot like bringing things out of the Bible. You have to be very careful with how much of the Bible you put in your book.
Okay.
Because they call it plagiarized, you know, because your story is not your story, it's the Bible story.
Okay.
So you can't publish that and make money
Okay.
off of that. So I'm not gonna let you go through what David went through. David,
Okay.
I did not know that.
Mm.
David wrote his book strictly from Proverbs, and he used every verse, and then he told the story just like it is. But they told him that they couldn't publish it like that because that story does not belong to him. So what you have to do is that parts that you have for the Bible, you have to pick out pertinent parts that relate to your story, because you're trying to use that to bring into your life story.
Right, right.
So, but you have to shorten that down. You have
Okay.
to, you can tell what book,
Okay.
because it is a book.
Okay.
You can tell in John 3:16 or whatever, and then pick out, you know, that God so loved the world.
Okay.
You can say something like that, but you can't just tell the whole story of the Bible.
Okay.
So you gotta shorten that.
Okay.
That's the only thing I saw. The
Okay.
other part of when it
That's good to
got
know.
into you, well, yeah, well, I'm glad I
Yeah.
got to know that, because David's whole book had to be rewritten. It took a whole year
Oh.
for him to rewrite his book, so that taught me something.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that you
Okay.
didn't do the same thing, but get more into yourself. Just
Okay.
take a little bit, maybe a couple of words from that verse, and describe why, what it did for your life.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
That would be my
Okay.
Good
Thank
job. Good job. Okay, who wants to take the seat next? Critique time.